Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 3-each draw at home against Celtic in the Premiership today. What a game. What can I say? A game of two halves, all those type of cliches. From our point of view, I wouldn't have said it was a must-win game. It was certainly a do-not-lose game, and after that first half, it was looking very, very unlikely that was going to happen because we were all over the shop. It was 2-0 to Celtic, going on maybe about 5-0. We hung in there. It was role reversal in the second half. We were great in the second half, and we got there. We'll get into that, but we made two changes from the Hibs game last weekend. We lined up Butland, Tavernier, Goldson, Suter, Sterling, Lundstrom, Diomande, Lawrence, Wright, Silva and Dessers. On the subs bench we have McCrory, Cantwell, Matondo, Seamat, Dowell, Balogun, Barisic, King and McCausland. So in the first half, an absolutely shocking first half. Boos reigned around the stadium when the half-time whistle blew, and rightly so. Shambolic at the back, powder puff up front, standoffish in between, absolutely no fight in the team whatsoever. The same players going missing and making the same horrendous mistakes once again. It taken 20 seconds, yes 20 seconds before our arses collapsed. It came, and I would say inexplicably, but it's us, and it came from our kickoff, which is unbelievable. We kicked off. It went back to our defence. Celtic pressed us straight away. We kicked the ball to the halfway line, taking a deflection. Celtic regained possession. They had a long ball up from the middle to the left side. Tavernier completely lost where he was. He tried to kick it out. I think he got a skiff off it on the stride. Whether he knew much about it, I'm not too sure. Maeda kicks the ball and puts it into the right hand side of the goal. An absolute shambles. Butland maybe could have done better, but it was just all round pathetic from our kickoff. 20 seconds is inexcusable. Celtic, yes, were pressing, but that is inexcusable to lose possession like that. And if you're going to lose possession, certainly don't lose a goal from it. Once again, making it difficult for ourselves. And really, that never stopped for the rest of the half. Celtic were pressing us all the time. They were chasing everything, very quick to get the ball back, went out of possession as well, something that we weren't doing. We were just so timid. We weren't being physical enough with them. Our passing was diabolical, into the channels, not finding the men at all. 24th minute, we did have a corner in from the right. Goldson headers the ball over the bar. 26th minute, the ball was slipped to Maeda on the left. He takes a shot at an angle and a big save from Butland. The ball was not cleared or retained by us. Celtic have another shot and it was just by the left post. 31st minute, a huge save from Butland. Celtic had lots of possession, worked the ball to the centre to the right. The cross came in, a big header and saved out for the corner. From that corner, we didn't deal with the corner. Butland had to smother the ball before it could be toe poked in. And then there was a VAR check. It was a check for handball by Goldson when the ball was crossed in. And quite clearly, it strikes the outstretched elbow of Goldson. The referee goes to the screen and a penalty given. It was a clear penalty. He jumps up with his elbow out. What can you do in these new rules? It's one of these things. It did take a wee nick off one of the Celtic players, but it wasn't as close a range. So you can't really have too many arguments, unfortunately, with that. Up steps O'Reilly on the 34th minute and makes it 2-0. Penalty down the middle. Butland jumps the wrong way. You know, one thing about penalties is anything can happen, and I think we were maybe spoiled with McGregor being such a good penalty stopper, but that's one of these things. 2-0 down and really struggling to find where we were going to come back from that there. It looked more like we were going to go further behind. 37th minute, Celtic down the right, a cross in on the deck. Butland had to take 2 attempts to stop it sneaking in the near post. 43rd minute, Suter had to come off for bandages with a head knock. There was blood pouring down his head. And this is the type of luck we carry. It wasn't even a challenge by a Celtic player. He was caught by the arm of Goldson as well. Just typical us. 43rd minute, Tavernier with a corner. It was sneaking in under the post directly from that corner, and Hart punched it out for another corner. 45th minute, Suter came back on after being bandaged up. 46th minute, some nice play with the ball fed through to Dessers. Silva then picks it up in the box, has 2 close range shots, both blocked by Hart, and that's how the first half ended up. So apart from that one chance at the end there, the double chance from Silva, we were absolutely shocking. There's a number of players that could have came off at half time. The defence non-existent once again. A change did come at half time, Wright off and Seema on. I wouldn't say Wright was the worst of the players, to be honest, and it wasn't really in the position that was causing us issues, but it seemed to have a big effect. That, and I'm pretty sure, an absolute rollicking at half time, because we came out with a completely different attitude. Granted, Celtic weren't pressing us as much, but I think that's because we had started to switch on. We were chasing every ball, we were pressing ourselves this time, which was good to see, and we were looking to regain possession when we lost it. So where was this play in the first half? It makes the first half so infuriating when we can come out into the second half and play the way we did. 48th minute, there was a shot from Hatate outside the box, right at Butland, and he gathers the ball cleanly. 51st minute, Silva goes down in the box. He was straight away given a yellow card by Beaton. In fairness, he had been play acting a lot during the game. He was going down, holding his head, holding his face when it clearly never touched his face, and that's what I did say to my mates. He needs to get rid of this side of his game because it was a wee bit embarrassing. However, in this case, I did think he had actually been fouled, so much so that there was a VAR check. The referee goes to the screen, penalty given. It's quite clear on the replay that there was contact made. Did he go down a wee bit easy? Yes, he did, but there was definite contact, enough to put him off, preventing him getting the goal. And there's a lot of Celtic fans out there just now going mental at this. It was a clear penalty. I don't know what they want from this one here. But up steps Tavernier on the 55th minute and made it 2-1 high into the left side. You know, an absolute lifeline. And when we thought that was a lifeline, on the 57th minute, we thought we had drawn level because Dessers scores. It was a quick break with Silva, who slides it to Seema. There was 2 attempts to cross it in. The first one was blocked. He gets the second one in. It gets to Dessers, who also has 2 attempts to try and strike the ball. The first one was blocked as well, and he hits the second one into the back of the net. Absolute bedlam. Everybody thought we were drawn level within quick succession. However, it goes to a VAR check. He goes to the screen and he chops the goal off, but not before the referee points to the centre circle to say that the goal stands, but then he quickly corrects himself and he says no, it was a foul to Celtic. In the build-up, in fairness, there was a clear foul by Lawrence. Can't remember who the Celtic player was, but it was a clear foul, and unfortunately for us, it was correctly ruled out. So, you know, that you go on about cheating, beating, and Celtic fans claiming it was a bad decision by putting him in. No, he's just clearly chopped off a goal, which he quite easily could have given. Unfortunately, from our point of view, it was the correct decision. So still 2-1 it stayed. 68th minute, there was a long free kick floated into the box and Lawrence puts it wide. 69th minute, Silva and Lawrence off, Matondo and Cantwell on. 73rd minute, a cross into the box just above Dessers' head. He couldn't quite get to it there. 77th minute, Diomande off and Dowell on. Diomande had a shocker in the first half. I'm surprised he stayed on, but I'm glad he did because he played his part in the second half. 79th minute, Celtic with a chance, but it was blocked. 80th minute, Matondo with a shot blocked. And then absolute bedlam once again on the 86th minute. Seema draws level and makes it 2 each. Sterling was on the wide left. He crosses into the box. It was headed away by McGregor for Celtic, but only to Seema. The ball bounces kindly for him and it kind of rolls back, and he has a shot which again deflects off McGregor and into the back of the net. I don't care how they go in as long as they go in, and as I've said, just take a shot. You never know what will happen, and you get a deflection and a goal. Take it every day of the week. However, all that hard work to get us back into the game in the dying minutes was completely outdone a minute later because Celtic made it 3-2 on the 87th minute. They went down the left, crosses into the middle to Ida. Sterling and Suter can't tackle him in the box. Don't know what their problem was, they just got mixed up. It was a quick shot into the net. Just diabolical defending once again. Butland beat at his near post. I'm maybe being a wee bit too harsh on him, but he can't get beat at his near post like that. He was maybe unsighted by the 2 defenders. It was a quick snapshot, but I don't know. Just poor all round once again. However, there was 8 minutes of injury time because of all the VAR check, and on the 93rd minute, wow. Absolutely wow. Matondo scores to make it 3 each. It was very reminiscent of the goal he scored against Hibs just last week. The ball was played about into the Celtic box. Cantwell holds it up. We were looking for space. It went out to Matondo on the left side. He cuts inside and unleashes an absolute cracking shot into the top right corner to make it 3 each. Just absolutely bedlam in the stands. 96th minute, Goldson off and Balogun on. I don't know if that was a bit of wasting more time or maybe picked up a knock, I don't know. 98th minute, we get the break of the ball and Dessers has an absolute rasper on the deck just by the post, and that's how the full time whistle whistle ended up. So disappointing in that first half, because if we just play like we did in the second half, get in their faces, we've said that all along, get in Celtic's face and they will struggle, which they did in the second half. Maybe they tired themselves out from that first half, I don't know, but it was certainly, we had a big part to play in that second half by just coming out at them. There was a wee bit of Stramash at the full-time whistle as well, Cantwell, and somebody said it was Carter Vickers. It might have been McGregor, I'm not too sure, having words and a wee bit of pushing. We'll see what happened there. But, you know, I've seen a lot already online from Celtic fans absolutely moaning at the referee, saying cheating, beating, that cost us today. You know, I don't know what else they wanted. They got a penalty from a VAR decision, which he quite easily could have not given. We were given a penalty, which, again, the VAR could have chopped off, but it was a clear penalty. We got a goal chopped off, which could have stood, but VAR chopped it off correctly. You know, if anything, and if you want to be argumentative about this here, Carter Vickers should have been yellow carded for kicking the ball away petulantly, and he had a bad challenge. Just after that, he was not given a yellow card for. Johnson, for the penalty for Silva, he was already on a booking. That should have been another booking to Johnson, so he should have been given a second yellow to send him off. So if Celtic fans want to argue about that, they can go and argue about their cases as well, because there was every big decision I think the referee got right. Arguably, I think there was a head knock which he never stopped the game for. It was right in front of him and he never stopped the game. It had no material impact on the play, but he should have stopped the game, and he maybe should have picked up the foul. It was right in front of him, which led to our goal before it went to VAR. But, you know, they've got absolutely nothing to complain about the officials today, but of course they will do, and we'll see the fallout from that. So obviously honours even there. Celtic still sit a point ahead of us in the league, but we've obviously got that game in hand on Wednesday night. That's going to be a big one. That's if it goes ahead, given the state of the pitch, because the pitch was an absolute joke yesterday at Dens Park. It should never have went ahead. It did. Dundee duly got beat, so it serves them right. Hopefully the pitch will be in a okay state for us, and we'll see. We'll just need to be on our top form again. So obviously Dave's away his holiday just now. It'll be me coming back at you for a post-match after that game. So thankfully Rangers never destroyed the rest of the weekend. Have a good Sunday, everyone. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.